USA basketball is always such an interesting social experiment because, I mean, first of all, it's obviously so cool to see so many of the best basketball players in the world all come together on one team on like its own personal all-star squad. But what's also really interesting when you see guys gather, whether it's for the FIBA tournament or for the Olympics, is that you really get a pulse on what the hierarchy of guys around the league is. You really get to see, okay, who's top dog, who does the offense run through, who's the leader, who's, closing out games, who's in the closing lineups. You might think you know it, but until you actually see it play out, when you have so many guys at your disposal, that's when you get an answer. And sometimes you could see like very fascinating answers. And I think that, that idea and how fascinating that is was particularly interesting heading into these Olympics because, I don't think anyone's doubting that LeBron James is still the face of the league. And I don't think anyone doubts that LeBron, KD, and Steph are still like the guys because they've done it before, because they're veterans, because they've accomplished the most. But, LeBron in particular, at least let's focus on him, like he is the face of the league, but he's also pushing 40. So there was definitely this narrative that you could see forming of like, is this going to be an Olympics where LeBron, KD, and Steph, they pass the torch unofficially to the younger guys? Like, are we going to see those guys maybe take more of a back seat and see Anthony Edwards or Jason Tatum step more into the spotlight? And so the fact that LeBron, now, first of all, the fact that LeBron, it continues to be said, like the fact that he's still playing at such a high level as he's almost 40, you're 22, like it's beyond words that can really put into, manifest how like insane this really is. The fact that he's almost 40 and still playing in general, but still playing at this high of a level. But also the fact that he like, and this is what was so interesting about the game against South Sudan, like the fact that he's still the dude to take the last shot, to take the game-winning shot, which he hit game-winning layup, to put the U.S. up one in a game they ultimately won. For him to be the one to still take that shot, it's still just so indicative of his place in the league, where Team USA is stacked with so much talent. First of all, you could argue that Durant and Curry might be better scorers than him, especially, again, because he's still a bit older. And even with, Anthony Edwards in his ascension, and Jason Tatum's, reigning champion, and Embiid, and like, so there's so many guys, and the fact that it's still the near 40-year-old, holding the ball in his hands with the game on the line, it's just another example of how insane LeBron's longevity is, and just how insanely remarkable his entire thing is. The fact that he still is that guy for Team USA, even on a team where you thought maybe like, okay, things might be different, like this might be, the passing of the torch, the balance of power might be shifting within, the Team USA dynamics. But no, the fact that it's still LeBron is just remarkable, and I'm excited to see how it continues to manifest in the upcoming Olympics.